Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I'm your host Davion, and I'm joined by Matt,
What up?
Omega,
Going on?
and Oronde.
What's happening?
And we are back recording another episode of our Let's Talk series. Today we are talking about the somebody
Houston Texans.
Houston Texans. Thank you so much. The Houston Texans, they've had an outstanding offseason, had a phenomenal year last year, overachieved with their starting quarterback and rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud was out for a game and a half, and they still won 10 games, which in my opinion is pretty incredible. Made a little playoff appearance, but wasn't really much of anything crazy. So did they make the playoffs last year? They did, right?
Yes.
Yes.
They lost to Baltimore.
Yeah. All right. So when you look at this team and when you look at what they've done off season, bringing in Stephon Diggs, bringing in help me,
Joe
Joe
Mixon.
yes, and
Danielle Hunter.
Daniil Hunter doing the hard work that not a lot of people are paying attention to. When you see this team and when you see what they're doing on paper, what do you notice? But before you answer that question, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let us know how you feel about the Houston Texans fan. Let us know what you think is going to happen this season, and watch the rest of the video. Go ahead.
I'm ready for them to be awesome. Again, I enjoyed watching Houston's games last year, and I will continue to do it this year because I'm a big fan of CJ Stroud from the Ohio State University. They made some good additions in free agency and in the draft, so it's going to be awesome to watch. I'm excited to see what they do.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say, this last year was like the best year the Texans have probably had in a while when it comes to a draft. They get two of their franchise players in Stroud and Will Anderson. And then with a defensive coach like D'Amico Ryans, who's been nothing but great already. This team should probably win the division again or compete for it. But I mean, it's like the fact that they were like literally one of the worst teams in the league like 2 years ago because of Davis Mills. And now they have like three Pro Bowlers on their offense and like
Crazy.
it's kind of ridiculous. Like Joe Mixon alone, the fact that they got him for a 7th round pick is just
Like
kind of
what?
is crazy to me. Like that's just how sad
I
the
don't
running back
understand why
market is.
Cincinnati just traded away for a bag of chips, even though
They
it's the
got
market,
they
but
got a
it's
top
still
10 running back. They get Diggs, who, in my opinion, is a top 5 receiver in the league.
Ooh, burn them. Easy.
Like,
What
and you pair him up with Tank Dell, who had an
Yeah.
incredible year when he was healthy.
Yeah.
Dalton Schultz, who had a revive last year, who actually re-signed with them and got a 3-year deal. And Daniil Hunter, bro. Like, what the hell are we doing? Like, this is
Here's one
this is gonna
question.
be a crazy good team. There is a lot of hype going around them, so I will say I think they start off really slow, but like towards the end of the year they'll be like one of the better teams in the AFC.
I mean, listen. What is this? Listen to this receiving core: Noah Brown, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, John Michie III, and Robert Woods. I mean,
That's pretty good.
probably one of the better ones in the league, top 5, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so I think when I look at this team, I see talent, an amazing coach. Like, I think if the Lions weren't the Lions and Dan Campbell didn't do that to that team last year, he easily wins it, walks away with it. Actually, did Dan Campbell win it or did Stefanski win it?
I believe Stefanski won it.
Stefanski did win it.
Which he was a really good choice for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I think D'Amico Ryans and what that staff has done, what they did last year in the draft, what they're doing this season in the off season, and I'm just enjoying watching what just the behind the scenes things, and I'm looking forward to see what they're doing. My question is can CJ Stroud continues to do that? Can he continue to be that guy on the field that he was last year, or will he take a dip his sophomore year?
Nah, he ain't taking no dip.
I think he should be able to maintain performance.
He probably will be better, just because they added way more. They just added. I mean, those two guys alone are just gonna open the offense up so much for him.
Yeah.
Like, it's so ridiculous. It's like it kind of hurts to see, or like it doesn't hurt, but it's just like thinking of how trash of a franchise I have to watch, and then like seeing this team within 2 years do this is just like crazy to me. So
You go out and get you a head coach that knows what he's doing and is ready to pull the trigger and shoot everybody in front of him. I mean,
Mhm.
it's rare that you see people go back to back in the draft
and
like
it's
that.
like in their draft they just traded away like they didn't have a first round pick,
Yeah,
and they still like. I mean, at that point they're just getting like role players. Like they don't really
yeah.
need a whole lot right now because they're so young. I mean, like, what was Devin? Is it Stingley? Was their corner they got like 2 years ago?
Oh,
Yeah,
Derek
Stingley.
Was he hurt last year?
He was from Illinois, wasn't he?
I
No, LSU.
do not
LSU.
remember
Stingley.
whether he was hurt or not.
Like, I know they got the corner from Georgia this year.
Oh,
Kamari, is that his name? Yes, Kamari Laster.
Last
Who's
year, yeah.
like a good role player for them, and they already have Desmond King. They got Jeff Okuda, C.J. Henderson, but like they don't really need a lot. God, they got a lot of corners.
I don't think it's
CJ
different.
Henderson is a bum.
Who?
C.J. Henderson, he was on the Panthers, anyways.
Oh.
Yeah.
They signed 6 corners.
They have a lot of corners.
I gotta make sure they find one that works.
They need some depth too.
Oh, that's great.
Secondary's getting thinned out has been all too common lately.
Yep. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this team. Like, they'll be good, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
So where do we put them in ranking? 1 or 2?
One
by far.
1. Yeah.
4 games.
I'll say 1 or 2. I'm gonna lean towards this. I'm not hating because I was really high on the Colts, but I'm gonna put them at 2, just because. Yes, they have insane talent, but will it work? Because sometimes those super teams never work. But who knows?
That's fact.
But then you look at teams like the Rams and what they did that year, which was a joke.
Right.
And
I mean, I'm
so,
trying to think of like recent NFL teams where they had like they literally like got super off like these superly talented rosters and they did nothing. Like I can't.
I mean, if you want to
the
mention
Saints
anybody,
last year.
No.
no?
I think so. They had a squad.
Oh, because of Derek Carr. Was
No,
that why
no, 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 no,
everyone
no,
was
no.
high on Derek Carr?
Because of Derek Carr.
I was saying Carr was the problem. He was the reason they ruined it. He ruined it. He ruined my life. Anyway.
Michael Thomas too, but
Also, before mentioning we're mentioning different teams. Outside of for the schedule, the only difference between the previous teams, they played the Chiefs and the Ravens and the Cowboys. Those are the only different teams than what we've mentioned.
That's probably they have like one of the I saw they have one of the hardest schedules.
I think they have a top 3 schedule for difficulty.
Can we go down one by one?
Of course. So the Colts.
So I think they split that series.
I think splitting that's reasonable.
It's not a sweep. The Colts are very good.
The Jags, I think they
win
can
those
sweep
twice.
that.
I think they sweep that, and I think they sweep Tennessee.
Yeah. They can sweep the Titans as well. Then we've got the AFC East. So Bills, Jets, Patriots.
Ooh, okay. So
I think they can beat the Bills.
Do they play the Dolphins?
Hey,
they do play the Dolphins as well.
Hear me out. I think they beat the Bills. They lose to the Jets and the Dolphins.
I think it's fair.
Okay.
I like that. Oh,
Davion?
I'm not gonna say I like that, but I can agree with that.
Davion, what do you have to say, sir?
Sorry, you said okay. Tell me the 4 teams again. I told y'all I'm zoning out.
Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Pats. We're talking about the AFC East.
No. You said Bills.
So I think they beat the Bills.
Bills, Jets, another win. Dolphins.
No, that's gonna be close.
Fun. Jets.
Fun. Fun's a good word.
The division time beat
Jets. I think if the Jets defense is what we think it'll be, I think it'll still be a hard game.
Oh no, I think I'm not saying any of those games aren't going to be hard whatsoever, but I think they go 3-1. At most, they'll go 2-2 in that 4 games.
Okay.
Drake may not lose. Sorry.
Are you gonna get
our
Drake
defense is
jersey?
really good too.
Oh, you better know it.
Okay, continue.
So after AFC East, we've got the Chiefs.
Lost.
It really
Nah, they
depends when they play
Regular
them.
season.
If it's early,
If
give
it's
me
early,
the Texans.
give me the Texans.
Yeah,
If
give me
it's
the
late,
Texans.
give me the Chiefs. But
I'll stick with the Chiefs though. I think the Chiefs win that.
okay. And then the Ravens.
Loss. Too young. They got
Yeah,
killed last year in the playoffs. I think the Ravens are going to be 10 times better. Just from Derrick Henry alone is ridiculous.
I don't hate that.
Continue.
I'm okay with that. I'll take that.
The Ravens.
And after the Ravens, they have the Bears.
They win that.
They beat the Bears, I think.
Then the Lions.
They lose that.
They lose. I agree. The Packers. They should win. They should win. But don't put it past the Packers to win.
Here's my thing. If the Packers are as good as they were last season, and they were supposed to be awful last season, I'm taking the Packers.
The Pack is back.
Well,
The Pack is back, I think.
The Pack is back, baby.
To me, it's just their coaching is so good. Like, that's why they like Matt LaFleur. I don't know what he's giving them.
Matt LaFleur's on that.
He's giving him that Jordan juice.
The abuse.
The fact that they were a game away from the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That's
Jeez.
Crazy talk. Vikings, they should win.
They should win that.
And the Cowboys, which they will probably give them trouble.
That's a fun one.
Cowboys will probably give them trouble.
Cowboys gonna lose.
No,
as much as I hate the Cowboys,
I think
this
Dallas
should
gets
be
that.
a game. That should be a
game.
game.
Be a crazy game. Yeah, Dallas is gonna win that.
I'm a bread.
And
Dallas.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
So realistically, I think they get 12 wins as their ceiling.
12 is their ceiling. I'm not against that. I'm not opposed
to that.
14
9 or 8. 14? No,
14?
They're not getting 14.
They're not going to have the best record in the league. Are you crazy?
I don't even know who's going to have the best record in the league. Like, I don't think a team's going to hit 14 wins this year.
Carolina Panthers?
Bro, stop.
I'm kidding.
If the Panthers get more than 4 wins this season, I'll be shocked.
See?
If the Panthers win more than 5 games this year,
I'm trolling. I'm just being.
But
I might
the floor, I
that.
think Houston will still have a winning record. Like 9 or 10 wins will probably be their floor.
9.
Minimum 9. I say their minimum. Not even floor. Their minimum is 9.
I'll be realistic. 12-5.
Yeah, that's what I think. 12-5. But
didn't they go 12-5 last year? Or am I tripping?
No, they were.
I think they won 11.
Who Houston?
10.
10-7.
They got 10. Yeah.
Damn,
I'm telling you, it's gonna come down to the Colts and Texans once again.
Yeah, no, that definitely, that's very true. I think the Tennessee will have some fun though.
No, they won't.
They won't win much, but they'll have a lot of fun receiving wise. Not Stephon Diggs. D Hop's gonna get all of his incentives and be smiling on the sideline. Anyway, any final thoughts y'all have on this division or the Texans?
I'm like I said, excited to watch him. So that's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really fun offense to watch. I'm happy to see Stroud. I hope he does well again. But they will.
I don't even hope he
division.
does well. I just know he's going to do well.
They will not win this division. That's my hot take.
Keep pounding.
Okay.
Keep pounding. So funny.
Keep pounding. All right. Appreciate y'all for joining. Leave a comment on let us know how y'all feel about this division, and leave a comment behind how you feel about the Texans and what you think is going to happen this season. But yeah, I've been your host, Davion. That's been Omega, Oronde, and Matt. And this has been Post Game. Peace.
Peace.